first thing that we are going to do for this recipe, it's very easy, guys, nothing to it. I use 2 packages of the tuna. You can use a larger can. You accommodate the recipe for the size of your family. So I like to use these because they don't have a whole lot of liquid in them. They do have some, but I like to make sure that it's well drained. So I let this sit for a little bit while I'm cutting up my vegetables. This makes for a great afternoon snack, an evening snack, or a very light lunch. Okay, so I have my tuna here, and I'm just gonna break it up a little bit and so that it can drain properly. And this is a small recipe here, but like I said, make it according to the size of your family. So I break it up so that it can drain, because nobody likes soupy tuna. We're gonna set this aside and we're gonna move on to our vegetables. Now for the vegetables, what I like to use, of course, if you don't like any of these vegetables, just leave them out and replace them, or don't replace them, whatever your family likes. I'm gonna get about 1/4 of this onion and just slice it and dice it very, very fine. See how fine that is? You don't want big old chunks of onion. So just like that, very, very fine. Okay, now the chile serrano, you know, if you have kids, you're gonna feed kids, don't add any unless they like it, of course. I like to use just 1 small chile. I cut the stem off, I slice it in half, and then I like to take the seeds out. So what I do is I turn it upside down, I get a spoon, and I dig in there just like that, and it gets all the seeds out. Let me get this off of here. Okay, and then this I also slice very, very fine. Okay, we have our chile. If you want more than that, add more. Okay, and then I get a small Roma tomato. I cut the tail off, and then I just cut it into slices, and we're gonna dice this also very small. Okay, and here I have my tomato. And then we're gonna take a lime, 1 lime, roll it so we can get our juice out of it. Get this tail off. We're gonna have that ready. Set this aside. I'm gonna show you how I like to cut my tomatoes that I'm gonna use to stuff with the tuna. I like to use these round salad tomatoes. You want them a little ripe, not too much. You don't want them to fall apart. And what I do is I cut the very, very, very bottom part, just like that, just so that the tomato can sit straight. So when you put it on your plate, on either side, it's gonna sit straight, because we're gonna do 2 out of this, okay? And what I do is I take a very, very sharp paring knife, and we're gonna make a crisscross design all the way across. You don't have to do this. I just do this just because, you know, people eat with their eyes. You go in like a triangle and just keep going all the way across. Try to keep it centered so you can get 2 servings out of this, and try not to go all the way through. Watch your backside over here. And then I just kind of twist it until it comes apart, just like that. See how cute that looks? So when you serve it on a plate, it stands straight up. We're gonna take the seeds out of this one. It stands straight up, but yet it's not gonna fall over, and it looks like a pretty design. So let me clean this up, and I'm gonna show you how I seed the tomato. Okay, brought you in a little bit closer. I just take a lemon bowler and I go around. If you don't have one of these, just use a spoon. It works the same. Okay, just like that. And I'm not gonna throw this away. I save this and use later in another recipe for some spaghetti sauce or something else that I'm gonna cook up. So nothing goes to waste, guys. Okay, and then they set up nice and pretty wherever you put them down. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, and there we have the other half. I'm gonna do a couple more, but I'll just do that off camera. Okay guys, on to the next step. Okay, and now for the cucumber, I just cut off the tails, just so they look pretty, and I go around to peel it, and then I take it and I cut it right in half, And I get my lemon baller again, and I take out the seeds. Otherwise, if you don't take out the seeds, now you can use the English cucumber, which I normally do, but today I don't have any. That works to me a little better than this one. This one tends to get a little bit runny. Okay, and then I just cut them in half to make 4 portions. So I'm going to set those aside with the tomatoes. I also like to use for the top, you know, for a little bit of a topping, just for decor. If you don't like chives, don't use them. I like to take my chives and slice them very, very thin. Put these in the bowl. Okay, now it's time to assemble our tuna. Okay guys, now we're gonna assemble the tuna. Very simple. I've already drained this. I emptied the bowl. And here I have my tuna. And then I'm just gonna add all the ingredients. We're gonna add our onion, our chile serrano. And like I said, if it's for the kiddos, just leave it out. Our tomato. And we are gonna squeeze some lime. This is very juicy. I'm probably not gonna use all of it. And then we're just gonna season this with salt and pepper. And just mix it all up. Fresh ingredients, a good way to get in some vegetables. Look at that, look at those colors. And just break up the tuna. And that's it, guys. Simple as that. Okay guys, we're gonna fill these up. I take my cucumber, real simple, nothing to it. And just put it over the bowl. And pack them in. Just like that. And of course you make as many, like I said, you make as many as your family needs. Now the tomatoes, so I can make them look pretty, what I do is I get a cookie scooper and I fill it up pretty good. And I just place it in the middle, just like that. Just like that. Look at how pretty that is. Appetizing. People eat with their eyes. Okay guys, and there we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look just delicious for a lunch? Right now that it's just so hot, you just don't know what to make. And then if you like, I like the scallions, so I like to put them on. If you don't like them, don't put them on. But they sure give it a nice look. And if I'm gonna have this for people, for me, I don't decorate the plate, but you can just decorate it with some lettuce leaves, some romaine lettuce, and make that plate look pretty. Okay, like put a tomato in the middle, just like that. Place them however. Clean this up so I can show you. Okay guys, here's my final lunch. Doesn't that just look delicious? And then maybe at the end I'll sprinkle a little bit more pepper. And that's it guys, a light lunch. Okay guys, that's gonna conclude the video. I sure hope you enjoyed this recipe. I sure enjoyed making it for you. So if you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, the button's right there, and please leave a comment below guys. That sure helps us get noticed on YouTube and help spread my videos in the algorithm. So I hope you give this recipe a try guys, and go follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Virtual Kitchen with Laura, and I will have the recipe, that simple recipe, down in the description box, and along with any products I may have used. Okay guys, enjoy your day. Talk to you later. Bye.